So we went over some of the religions in the beginning part of the series, but we didn't go over the beliefs, so let's go ahead and look into that. And just an update on who's winning the religious game, we've got the Chinook, with Judaism in Siberia with 10 cities, probably mostly to their own empire. So getting off to, 10 cities immediately probably isn't a super big surprise since, yeah, that was probably spread to their own empire quite quickly, I think. Japan not really spreading Shinto on their Japanese mainland. Champa not doing so well with Hinduism, so yeah, it's kind of actually really surprising to see the Papal States and Catholicism only at 3 cities. Eastern Orthodox in Africa, though, doing a pretty great job. So let's go ahead and check on, I think, some of the most dominant religions. So that's mainly Ethiopia and the Chukchi with their 2 religions. Let's go ahead and check. Wait, I have to actually look at which one. Eastern Orthodox and Judaism. Okay. So Eastern Orthodox is going to have temples provide +2 happiness with 5 or more followers. We've got missionaries and inquisitors, cost 30% less. So holy order. God of War, gain faith if you win a battle. Oh, that's big for Ethiopia especially because they tend to play tall, so the wars usually end up coming to them. Reformation, we've got, bam, faith, so you can buy universities, public schools, and research labs. Some good faith buildings, and faith for each foreign city following this religion. So that will be really good because Africa will probably be, I think, completely dominated by Eastern Orthodox. So that's going to be a lot of faith in return. Judaism from the Chukchi Empire. We've got mosques, cathedrals. We've got +2 gold for each city following this religion. So that'll be good, but remember the AI doesn't use gold very well, so it's not super amazing. Plus faith from tundra tiles without forests. That's why they're so dominant. They're probably making so much faith right now. And then, yeah, gain 50 faith each time a great person is expended. All right, so yeah, we'll check more on some of the other beliefs as kind of the religious game becomes a bigger deal. Right now, it's still really early, so not super surprising to see some civs with less than 5 civs following their faith, I guess, their respective faiths. Prussia, wow. Okay, I did not think Prussia was actually going to take the city over. That's pretty big news. Now, Prussia is going to need to bring a lot more units over here, though. If Prussia can survive this might be really big. Again, Prussia needs to make it to the middle to the late game to really get start to gain some of their bonuses as a civ. And if they can take out Copenhagen too, that would be big. Because you're talking about a lot of coastal cities. 3 coastal cities. You really want to be, especially along Scandinavia too. Along the western side of Scandinavia, all these civs have an opportunity of colonizing North America. Portugal still never settled here because I think they're having trouble where to settle. But yeah, Scotland grabbed Iceland, which is pretty big. The Celts exploring Greenland. So that might mean there's going to be like so many people that are going to be like, oh, what's Greenland? Drew, what's Greenland? I thought it was Greenmark. Yeah, so that might be interesting if the Celts decide to colonize. Obviously, the Celts are in a tough spot right now with only 1 city. But they've got probably the best opportunity with Portugal to rush out there, and maybe Morocco has a good chance too. So the Huns and Persia going after Armenia. Pretty big battle from the Vandals. Hungary still trying to figure out a place to settle. Obviously France grabbing North Africa. Hungary probably going to do the same as well. All right, so I think Russia's going to be successful in this war. The Huns... Oh, well, Russia has already been at war. The Huns are distracted. Persia might be able to try something here. Persia, they do have pikemen. Keep in mind, pikemen is like the new strong melee unit, stronger than swordsmen, and then we'll have to look out for like long swordsmen, which should be coming up very soon. We're going to be rushing through technologies a little bit faster on Immortal difficulty than we were on Emperor difficulty, so that's going to be good. We're going to see kind of late game technologies quickly. I think quicker than normal. Oh my gosh, Portugal finally being a civ that launches an assault. Like, nobody has done anything about these northern Carthaginian cities until now. Carthage is... This could be pretty big for Portugal as well. They could almost control the pass. They could almost control the Strait of Gibraltar with Lisbon's cultural border growth, as well as, from these 2 Carthaginian cities. They could say who goes in and out of the Mediterranean and out to the Atlantic Ocean. But we'll see. I mean, it's still going to be pretty difficult to take, especially with all these Carthaginian units nearby. The Vandals seem pretty distracted in a war against Benin. Benin has no other cities at the moment, so that would eliminate them from the game if they lost this. Nobody's gone after Madagascar. Oh my gosh. Big move from Russia. I'm sorry, from Arabia. Russia took over Armenia, the first Armenian city to fall. Morocco and Portugal. Oh, Morocco, you're totally going to stop everything that Portugal was trying there. And Portugal ended up not losing Fez or Casablanca to Mali, something else to remember. The Ashanti in Morocco, well, they're not going to do much. Yeah, so that really won't mean too much. Now, will Russia be able to take over this other Armenian city? I don't know. That is going to be the next question. We've got India. India fighting both the Sumer, which the Sumer won't be able to do much, as well as Maratha, right? Maratha. So I think Delhi's done here. I think it's safe to say that Delhi might be finished, and India themselves, Gandhi, will be the first Indian civ to be eliminated from the subcontinent of India. The Huns took what? Has been captured by the Huns. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this Armenian city in the north. Okay, that's not super surprising. Huns are looking good. I mean, the Russians are looking good too, but with only 5 cities and not really much other land to expand towards. I mean, unless they want to go towards the tundra. The Huns could go either way. They could go towards the Russians, or they can go towards the Shanu if they wanted. Yeah, so the Huns are looking a little bit better than Catherine, I'd say. Attila off to a faster start. Look at that, Kazakhstan still trying. Still trying to settle. Still trying to do their thing. No one has begun to attack Shanghai yet, and Korea and Japan are still at war. I thought they might have been at peace, but no, not anymore. They are still at war. Korean Siam. And look at that. Siam gained a city out of that. A lot of peace deals for city. That's something that I'm not used to on a mortal difficulty. Usually something like that doesn't end up happening. Russia going after Siam here. Indonesia, nothing? Nothing. Eastern Asia is looking quite interesting because there's just so many more civs over there now. Something that we're just not used to, seeing all these civs involved. Oh, someone was about to take this over. Remember, the Persians are at war. The Persians could build a boat and just boom, swoop in on that city. I mean, they'd have to worry about defending it. Obviously, defending it probably wouldn't go so well, but wow, they're still where are they losing it from? Well, maybe Russia. Russia's probably doing a little bit of damage too. Russia really going to try hard, but Russia's going to lose a lot of units in the siege of Armenia. Armenia took this Ottoman city away. Not sure when that happened. Probably a long time ago and I missed it, because I miss a lot of things in the very beginning. I do realize that. France at 3 cities going for... Actually, no, France is at 4 cities. Yep, Delhi has fallen, so Gandhi is gone. Wow, that's pretty big. Shaka and India being the first two. Shaka and Gandhi being the first 2 civs eliminated in the series. Yeah, France going with 2 more settlers, so France is feeling pretty aggressive. They'll probably settle one of these islands and then another city, I think, in North Africa. Spain and Norway piecing out, and Carthage and Mali. Benin and the Vandals. Oh, so Benin is going to stay alive for a little bit longer. The Vandals ended up losing a lot of troops. Egypt, pretty quiet. The Congo probably getting ready for a war against the Boer. The Ashanti. Ashanti going after South Africa now. So the Congo's still looking pretty strong, especially if they can take out the Boer. If they can take out the Boer, that would be that'd be big. That'd be really big. Anybody else trying to settle? I'm trying to look for more. Yep, there it is right there. So the Boer-Congo War. Figured that was going to happen pretty soon. No caravels just yet, right? I don't think there should be. Portugal on Emperor difficulty was really aggressive, and I'm wondering if we're going to see the same thing happen here with Portugal. We could. Arabia, man, you got to settle. I know that this stuff is desert out here, but you got to do something. And the Cholas still have not grabbed this natural wonder. Not sure why. Tibet going after Siam. Surprising to see so many people go after Siam when they're not, like, in a bad situation at all. I mean, I know they don't have enough military units to protect their empire. That's true. But still kind of shocking to see so many people so aggressive towards them. Bam. Okay, so that's pretty big. Because if Spain is successful, I mean, the Umayyad won't be able to contribute much here. But if Spain is successful taking over Portugal, that's 3 coastal cities in Iberia for them. And right now they desperately need that, because Barcelona is not enough. But let's see what France does. Yep, France is going to, I think, settle Corsica. Is this Sardinia, technically? So, yeah, they might be settling Sardinia. I believe this is Malta, too, right? Am I right about that? Would I be right in assuming this might be the island of Malta, right? Is that? I think. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. I might totally be really off, but that is my guess. Okay, so Porto does have a mountain that they can hide behind, but Lisbon, no. There's nothing here, really, that they can protect, be really too protected from. And remember, Portugal was out there exploring, so a lot of their units aren't back at home. And Portugal lost a lot of their navy to Carthage, the Carthaginian War and the Moroccan War. Carthage and Armenia. We've got Ethiopia trying to go after Carthage again. People just really don't like Carthage. And the Shanu are going to take out, I think, Shanghai. Japan building the Chichen Itza, which is going to create longer golden ages for them. Yep, so Shanghai will be eliminated, and there is going to be a really interesting front war between the Chukchi and the Shanu. Yeah, that is going to be interesting. And the Mongolians just kind of sitting here in the middle of all of it. So when the Mongolians get their Kashik, and if the Mongolians just survive, because what I think what Mongolia is going to do is they're going to take out Kazakhstan here, grab 3 cities, and then from there, you know, they're going to have a little bit better of a grip. Mongolia might be the thorn in the Shanu side for the rest of this campaign, if they can stay alive. That is the most important part of that statement there, if they can stay alive. Burma not doing much besides settling that northern city, kind of just chilling here. Turn 120, approaching turn 120. And no one's taken over Armenia just yet, but if this pikeman travels across the Caspian Sea, then they might be able to steal that away. The Persians might be able to steal that away from Russia. Yep, yes, that's what they... Oh, they had a boat. Even better. Well, they just swooped up with a boat. Now there's going to be a race for the Armenian capital, which is going to be really difficult to take no matter what. Yeah, see. So Russia and Mongolia try to swoop in on their Shanu and their huge advantage over Shanghai, but yeah, that's not going to work. And Korea, who really shouldn't be distracted by the Japanese, is sending off troops to attack Osaka in the Japanese mainland, which is not good because you've got way bigger foes to worry about. Way bigger. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Indonesia, are they moving anymore? They're not moving with any settlers. No ships kind of surrounding Australia just yet. The Indonesians actually cutting off, for the most part, none of the other parts of the world outside of like Eastern Asia, Southeast Asia, are able to get to Australia at the moment. Obviously, in late game, you know, that's how Eastern Africa and the Middle East, they'll be going after Australia. England and the Celts. This is the second time we've seen them go to war, right? Byzantium and Hungary. We've got the Ashanti taking over Casablanca. And Ethiopia maybe going to be successful over Nigeria. Oh my gosh, yeah, the Ashanti have open borders, I think, with Mali. At least they used to. Or maybe with Songhai, I don't know. But they're going to go after Morocco here. How's Spain doing? Spain has obviously a huge number advantage over Portugal. Massive number advantage. The Celts look like they're going to be able to defend themselves, honestly. I mean, they've got a unit almost in every single tile on Ireland. So, Sweden maybe looking for... Oh! The Celts, who are probably very close to being eliminated. I mean, they're going to be okay, I think. But the Celts are, I think, going to be one of the first civs that discovers North America. Kind of some of the icy parts of North America. Kind of modern-day Canada and things like that. Kind of funny to see some of these civs who end up, you know, discovering this land first, who probably won't be like the great colonizer. I don't think so. I mean, Africa will probably fall. South America will probably fall to a lot of the colonies out of Africa. South America will probably be like colonized mostly by the African nations, and North America, I'm guessing, by the Europeans, if they have enough happiness to deal with that. Eastern Asia, I think, is going to be too distracted by the Pacific Islands. All these islands out here, Australia, obviously. I don't even know if they're going to make it to the New World. Well, maybe the Chukchi in Alaska, they might do that, but they haven't even showed interest in exploring this region. So maybe they won't. The Ottomans and the Champa peaced out, and Denmark and Hungary. Did Prussia do anything else for Copenhagen? No. I think they're still at war, but nothing else has happened. Korea and Arabia against the little Champa Empire is not doing too well as it is. I feel bad for them now. I feel very bad for them. You know, Austria grabbed these 3 cities early on, but they're not even really doing much with them. They don't really have much of a military either. I'm super surprised the Pope is still around, because the Pope has nothing here in the north. How's Spain doing? France is doing okay attacking the Moroccan capital. They're not going to take it over with only 2 ships. Spain might have an opportunity of taking just Lisbon here, and then eventually they could take over Porto with a big enough navy. We're going to see what they do right now. Maybe they're trying to figure out exactly how they want to attack or something, or maybe actually something is going to pop up. No. They probably have to figure out what they wanted to do. Korea and the Chukchi declaring war on Korea. Oh, that's big. That's big. The Ashanti taking over Fez. So Morocco is losing cities one by one. We've got Byzantium and the Goths versus... Oh, and Tours was founded in, I think, Malta. That was my guess, but I don't know if it is. Jeez. Just so much is happening right now. The Goths and Byzantium is pretty big, though. To see Byzantium stay on the offensive is huge, as well as the Finnish Empire has access to go after the Goths. So this will be a pretty big war. And yeah, this is going to be tough to take no matter what. The Chukchi are going to have to navigate through these mountains. They might be... Well, I don't know. Either way, this is going to be really tough for that AI. And the Koreans, they need to peace out with Japan ASAP. They got it. They got to, man. You can't... You can't fight both of these wars. That's not going to go so well. Siam holding on. Oh man, this is not Russia. This is Chola. This is Chola. Those colors are so similar. Just looking at the units themselves, I'm probably gonna make that mistake throughout this entire series. Oh man, I've probably done it multiple times already. Austria and Prussia versus Lithuania. Now, can Prussia do any sort of damage here? Austria or Prussia really can't do much damage against Lithuania. The only ones that really can is maybe Finland or Sweden, maybe. Maybe. Geez, Russia really open to an attack. Luckily for them, though, you know, the big empires like Finland and the Goths, you know, they're distracted. And the Huns, well, the Huns aren't too distracted. The Huns could definitely go after them. There's the peace deal. That's what I figured. Figured that wasn't going to last for too much longer. Actually, how's Spain doing? Spain has got Lisbon in the yellow. They've got melee units nearby. So they might be able to just take the capital, which is enough for Spain. That would still be a pretty big deal. But anyways, guys, I'm going to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.